Otto, you look so sad. What the heck, dude? Hey guys, say what's up to Otto. He wants to say hi.
What's up, big boy?
Yo, what it is, guys? What's up? Today, I'm gonna be going from a $400 car stereo to a $500 car stereo. Now, these are both the same brand. The $400 car stereo is the Atoto S8 Premium, and the $500 car stereo is the Atoto S8 Pro. So in this video, I want to find out why is the S8 Pro $100 more than the S8 Premium. But before we get into all of the specifics, let's check out all of the goodies we get in this $500 package. So in the S8 Pro, you get a pair of USB cables. One cable is labeled Phone Link. This is how you're going to connect to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto if you want to use a wired connection. The other USB cable is for external storage, or if you want to take advantage of the fast charging feature, just in case your phone is dying and you need to charge it up super fast. Pretty neat feature to have. A external microphone, just in case you want to improve your phone call quality. A GPS antenna for offline maps. A 4G antenna, just in case you want to put a SIM card on this car stereo. A Wi-Fi antenna to improve your internet connection. This is a video input in case you want to install a front camera. We get a baggie of hardware, just universal fitment. You may or may not use all of this. Surprisingly, we get this little trim piece. I don't think it's really necessary because this is a 10-inch display, so all of that behind it is going to be covered. We get a 16-pin power harness. This is how you're going to hook up your car stereo to the rest of your car and its speakers. We get a bunch of paperwork that includes a lot of details on how the stereo works and all of the things it can do. Definitely a great toilet read. And surprisingly, they provide a screen protector. Definitely want to protect this nice, huge display. Now, even though the S8 Pro is $100 more than the S8 Premium, they both pretty much have the same exact software features. So there's a lot of cool things that they both can do that are highly desirable in a car stereo. Things such as wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. Because these are Android-based car stereos, you got the Google Play Store, which will allow you to download YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, and anything else really. You get an app for the front and rear camera. So pretty much you could go in here and get a live view of either the front camera or reverse camera. But one really cool thing that sets the S8 Pro and Premium apart from any other car stereo is that they have this really cool special backup camera feature. Using a single camera, both of these car stereos can stitch together a bird's eye view image onto your display. So when you go into reverse, you'll get a screen for a wide view of your backup camera, and right next to it, you'll get a bird's eye view of your surrounding area. So this will really help with parking evenly in between two lines, or this is very useful if you have a large vehicle like a truck or SUV that needs to go in a really tight area. So it's really cool that you can get this feature, but you have to buy this camera separately, which is a product that's exclusively made by Atoto. As I've said, the S8 Pro can pretty much do everything that the S8 Premium does. So that begs the question, why does the S8 Pro cost $100 more than the Premium? Both the Premium and Pro come with the same processor and graphics card, but there is one notable hardware difference. Both the Premium and Pro come with DSP, which means Digital Signal Processor. Pretty much it's a built-in amplifier that's going to give you better sound quality and louder music pretty much. So the amplifier rating on the S8 Premium is 4x45 watts with the RMS rating of 4x24 watts. Now the S8 Pro is a little bit better. The amplifier is rated at 4x49 watts with the RMS rating of 4x29 watts. So if we look at the S8 Pro and Premium side by side, there's a huge difference in design. You can see that the S8 Premium is a flat display. It has capacitive buttons all on the bottom. So it's very sleek, it's flush, so it doesn't take up that much space. It's a very compact design. Whereas on the S8 Pro, you get physical buttons on the bottom. The frame of the display kind of pokes out, and so it's a little more bulky. It's not a flat, flush display like the Premium. And if you look on the side, you can see that this is what's called a floating display, and you can actually detach it from this box. Just like that. See on the back, it's just a plug, and we're left with this box on the S8 Pro. So the common theme here is that the S8 Pro has everything that the S8 Premium has, and then some. So what's different on the S8 Pro is that we have two separate USB ports. Right here, USB 1. This is for the USB cable labeled phone link. And USB 2, this is a cable for 2 ports as well. One is going to be for external hard drive and one is going to be for fast charging. Right here with this little red cover, if you unplug it, this is for the 4G LTE antenna. And check out this black port right here. It says SPDIF. That stands for Sony Pioneer Digital Interface. This is the plug that you'll find on pretty much all modern TVs, and it's used for high quality digital audio. So one big difference between the S8 Pro and Premium is that the Pro has a SPDIF digital audio port, which will require you to plug it into a amplifier that can accept a digital audio connection. We'll get into that more later. You can see this fan up here. This makes sense because you can see it's a large enclosed box, so it's definitely gonna get hot, and this fan is gonna help the radio run more efficiently. Whereas on a Premium, it's a super small, compact design, so a fan wouldn't be needed. And if you look at the left-hand side right here, micro SD slot, an extra USB port, the reset button, and an auxiliary port. The S8 Premium doesn't have an auxiliary port. And here on the front is the built-in microphone and the slot for the 4G SIM card. Now, these two design choices are very important to consider. The Premium is very compact, whereas the Pro is super bulky, and it really depends on your car's setup. So in my Honda Prelude, I have a simple flat radio area, so I can install the S8 Premium and it'll be fine. But if we look at the S8 Pro, see how it sticks out much further than the Premium? This allows for more adjustability. You can extend the display so it pokes out further. You see these adjustments right here? You can unscrew them and raise the display higher up or down. With these adjustments, you can tilt the display backward or downward. With the S8 Pro, you get a lot more adjustability. So while keeping this in mind, this display is definitely going to poke out a lot more than the S8 Premium. Now, I mentioned this before that Atoto has a couple of exclusive accessories that they make for their car stereos, such as the steering wheel control, that special camera that can create a bird's eye view of your surrounding area. But another accessory that they have is an amplifier. And if you look on the side, you'll see that there's mounting provisions for this amplifier. If you go with the S8 Premium, you can actually mount this amplifier to the back of this car stereo, and it's plug and play. But if you have the Pro, there's no way to mount this amplifier to the back. However, if you look right here, you see that? SPDIF. This amplifier can accept a digital output and give you high quality audio. So yes, there's hardware differences between the S8 Pro and the S8 Premium, but I think the real thing to consider here is, what are your mounting options? Do you want a floating display that sticks out? Do you need a lot of adjustability? Or do you want a display that sits flush and looks nice? I think those are the main important questions to ask, because again, they both can do the same thing. Wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Google Play Store, bird's eye view, reverse camera, live front camera. Both stereos come jam-packed with a lot of features, and both stereos allow you to buy all kinds of accessories that Atoto makes exclusively for the car stereos. I think Atoto is the only company that actually has their own amplifier that allows you to bolt it up to the back of their car stereo, right? Pretty cool. But what are your thoughts? Do you see yourself getting a $500 car stereo? I mean, if you're already spending $400, why not spend the extra $100 with more hardware, possibly better audio, and just a lot more adjustability? I mean, honestly, I like the Pro because of these physical buttons. I just like the haptic feedback. On top of that, I really like the SPDIF. I can't really tell a difference in the audio, but it is significantly louder when you use this plug. However, on amplifier, you can adjust the power rating, so you can still make both the S8 Pro and Premium loud. But by using the SPDIF on the Pro, it's just going to be much louder. On the Premium, I don't like the capacitive buttons. I wish it had the SPDIF feature. The only thing that I really like about the Premium over the Pro is that you can mount this to the back, because I have a lot of space behind my radio and I don't want to have to deal with running wires around my car just to tuck this away somewhere. If you're thinking about buying one of these units, please consider using my links down in the description. It helps out the channel. But alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for dropping by. See you on the next one. Yeah.